If you're hearing this right now, do not ignore the weight in your chest. Only 3 minutes left, and I am not speaking about fear. I am speaking about timing. I am speaking about timing. I am speaking about the moment before I move. I am speaking about the silence right before I step to your door with a surprise that will change what you thought was fixed. My trembling watcher at the threshold, my child who has been listening for footsteps in the dark, my one who has counted seconds with tears in your eyes, my heart knows where you sit right now. I know the room you are in. I know the way you have looked toward the door more times than you can count. I know the little hope you kept alive when everything else kept saying, "Not today." I know the way you have tried to stay strong while delay kept leaning on your spirit like a heavy hand. And now I am saying this to you with holy tenderness. Someone is coming to your door with a surprise that will change everything. Not by accident, not by coincidence, not because man suddenly remembered you. I am the one who sends the knock. I am the one who ordains the arrival. I am the one who prepares the surprise before the ache ever began. You have been living in a season where the silence felt personal. You have been wondering if your prayers were heard, if your tears had meaning, if your name had been passed over, if the promise had died in transit. But hear me now, your pain was not wasted. Your waiting was not empty. Your door has not been forgotten. I see the place where you sat with your phone in your hand, your heart racing, expecting a message that did not come. I see the place where you watched others celebrate, while you kept swallowing disappointment. I see the bills, the pressure, the need, the secret fear that the next knock might be another bad report. I see the closed doors, the delayed answers, the hidden warfare that made you feel like heaven had gone quiet. But I am not silent because I am absent. I am not late because I am weak. I am not with fate because I am weak. I am not withholding because I have forgotten you. I am saying to you now, the waiting is at its end. And this is why this word reached you with such force, because I am turning your attention to the door, because I am teaching you how to recognize the moment before the change, because I am bringing your spirit to the edge of the threshold where one knock can reshape an entire house. Only 3 minutes left. Let that settle into your bones. Only 3 minutes left before what has circled you for so long must either leave or obey my voice. Only 3 minutes left before the atmosphere shifts. Only 3 minutes left before surprise walks up to what you thought was just another ordinary day. My weary guardian of the closing hour, my beloved keeper of the trembling doorway, my quiet sufferer who learned how to smile with a storm inside, I have seen your endurance. I have seen your endurance. I have seen your tears. I have seen the nights when you spoke to me in whispers because you had no strength for anything louder. And I tell you this, I have not been testing your heart just to watch you break. I have been preparing your house for a visitation that will make the delay look small. Listen closely, because this is where the first revelation opens. The surprise coming to your door is not random, it carries assignment. It is not just a gift, it is a turning. It is not just kindness, it is confirmation. It is not just arrival, it is a sign that the season has changed. I know you wanted me to come sooner. I know you asked why it took this long. I know you asked whether what you hoped for was ever real. My child, before you go any further, pause here with me. You feel it, don't you? That urgency, that nearness, like something is about to reach your door. I am the one speaking to your spirit right now. I brought you here on purpose, because you are not meant to miss what is coming. If your heart recognizes my voice in this moment, then respond to me. Gently press the like, not for a video, but as a sign that your faith is still alive. And write this exact line, let it come from your spirit. Lord, I'm ready for what's coming to my door. Let heaven see your readiness. Let your own soul hear your agreement. Stay close to this channel, subscribe, and turn on the bell, because I am not done speaking to you, and you will not miss the next word I send. I am drawing you closer even now, but there are moments when I let the clock come close, so you can know without doubt that when I move, it was always me. I let the seconds gather, so the miracle would not be mistaken for luck. I let the door stay quiet, so when the knock comes, your soul will know. My hand was in it. I am speaking to the part of you that has almost given up on being surprised. I am speaking to the part of you that has learned to expect disappointment before delight. I am speaking to the part of you that braces for bad news the moment the doorbell rings. No, not this time. This time, the knock carries relief. This time, the arrival carries favor. This time, the surprise carries change. And I want you to hear me say these lines, because I am planting them deep in your spirit. The knock at your door is not ordinary. It is my answer, arriving in motion. The knock at your door is not ordinary. It is my answer arriving in motion. The knock at your door is not ordinary. It is my answer arriving in motion. I am saying it again with more fire. The surprise is already on the way, and it will change more than one thing. The surprise is already on the way, and it will change more than one thing. The surprise is already on the way, and it will change more than one thing. And now I add the weight of heaven to this hour. Only 3 minutes left, and the delay will not outrun me. Only 3 minutes left, and the delay will not outrun me. Only 3 minutes left, and the delay will not outrun me. My child at the doorway of decision, my one who has been standing between tears and testimony, my householder of the unseen hour, I am not asking you to understand everything. I am asking you to believe what I am doing now. There are surprises I send to expose what was hidden. There are surprises I send to heal what was bruised. There are surprises I send to restore what was stolen. There are surprises I send to cancel the lie that you were abandoned. And yes, sometimes the surprise looks small to the natural eye, but it carries a key for your whole season. A phone call that changes everything. A person appearing at the exact moment you're about to collapse. A message. A package. A door opened where every previous attempt failed. A hand extended. A favor released. A seed that becomes a harvest. A conversation that rearranges your future. I am not limited to the shape of your expectation. I am the God who changes lives by the sound of footsteps at the right door. Do you think I forgot Sarah? Do you think I overlooked Hannah? Do you think I missed the widow? Do you think I did not see the tears that dropped into the silence of their waiting? I said in Genesis 18:10-14, I will certainly return unto thee according to the time of life. And, lo, Sarah thy wife shall have a son. And Sarah laughed because the promise sounded too impossible for the season she was in. But I asked, is anything too hard for the Lord? That same question lives in your room right now. Is anything too hard for me? Is your closed door too hard for me? Is your long delay too hard for me? Is your long delay too hard for me? Is the surprise that will change your life too hard for me? No, not one thing. I am calling to the deeper places of your heart now, because I know the ache that title touches. I know how it feels to live in a house of unfinished stories. I know how it feels to keep hoping when hope has been bruised. I know how it feels to hear soon so many times that your soul starts to distrust it. I know how it feels to wait for someone to arrive, to help, to notice, to remember, to choose you. And yet, here I am, at the edge of your silence, at the edge of your 3 minutes left, at the edge of your door, my beloved waiting one, my overlooked one who was never overlooked by me, my heart-worn one standing in the hallway of promises. This is not the hour to let fear define what is coming next. For I am the one who says in Revelation 3:20, Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come in to him and will sup with him and he with me. Do you hear the tenderness in that? I do not break the door. I knock. I do not force my way into a heart. I invite. I do not come to shame you for the mess. I come to enter it with love and transform it. And I am saying something deeper now. The door in your title is not only a door outside your house, it is the door of your future. It is the door of your expectation. It is the door of your faith. It is the door of your next level. It is the door you thought had been sealed by delay. But I am the God who walks up to sealed things and makes them open. I see in the Spirit a house with one lamp burning in the window, and you standing by that window with your hand over your mouth, trying not to cry because you have almost stopped believing that someone could come at the right time. But then I see footsteps, not rushed, not weak, directed, intentional, carried by my hand. And the knock is not harsh, it is precise, it is timed, it is holy. I see in the Spirit a wrapped gift in the hands of the one who is coming. But the gift is not just a thing. It is a message from me. It is a sign that what has been delayed has not died. It is a sign that what was hidden is now moving toward your doorstep. It is a sign that the answer has a shape, and it is closer than your fear allows you to believe. I see in the Spirit an iron chain loosening from around the latch of your life. The door that felt stuck begins to move. The room that felt airless fills with breath. The heaviness that sat on your chest starts to lift. And the arrival that comes to you is not empty. It carries change. I see in the Spirit the face of someone who thought they were too late, only to discover that I can make timing bend. They are carrying words you needed, help you, did not expect, and favor that does not match your recent pain. And when they arrive, you will know, I was in the waiting all along. Now listen to me, because I am deepening the revelation. When I say someone is coming to your door, I am not only speaking of a person. I am speaking of a divine convergence. I am speaking of the moment where my instruction, my timing, and your need meet in one place. Sometimes I send a person. Sometimes I send provision through a person. Sometimes I send instruction through a person. Sometimes I send correction through a person. Sometimes I send healing through a person. Sometimes I send an answer in a form you did not predict. But every time I remain the source. So do not worship the vessel. Do not get lost in the packaging. Do not miss me because the surprise came dressed in ordinary clothes. I am the God who hid manna in the morning dew. I am the God who placed oil in a jar. I am the God who sent bread through a widow. I am the God who put fire in a bush and glory in a manger. I am the God who opens what man called closed. And here is the second wave of my message to you. The surprise at your door is also a mirror. It will show you that I have been more active than your feelings told you. It will prove that while you were counting the minutes, I was arranging the moment. It will show you that what looked like delay was actually design. My tired listener, my tear-stained dreamer, my one who has been sitting in the shadow of almost, I am calling you out of the language of almost. Almost healed, almost answered, almost chosen, almost relieved, almost answered. No, I do not live in almost. I live in certainty. I live in fullness. I live in the precise second when change arrives. And now I speak from Psalm 24, verse 7 to 10. Lift up your heads, O you gates, and be ye lift up, you everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. That is what this moment is, a gate lifting, a door rising, a king entering, a glory coming in. Your house is not too small for my visitation. Your life is not too broken for my entrance. Your waiting is not too long for my arrival. Lift up your heads, you gates. Lift up, you doors of fear. Lift up, you doors of disappointment. Lift up, you doors of hidden shame. Lift up, you doors of exhausted hope, because I am coming in with glory. I see in the spirit a child of mine standing in a hallway with shoes still on, not because you are ready to leave, but because you keep hoping for the knock that means you are finally being remembered. I see you flinching every time a sound touches the house. I see the leap in your spirit when you think it may be the answer. And I tell you, some of those sounds are not false alarms. Some of them are rehearsal for what is about to come. There is a knock that will not feel ordinary. There is a knock that will make your hand shake. There is a knock that will rewrite your language. There is a knock that will make you say, "Only God could have timed this." And when it comes, do not shrink back from joy. Many of you have become experts in surviving disappointment, but you are being invited into a new skill now, receiving surprise without suspicion. That is why I say to you in Luke 11:9-10, "Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. For everyone that asketh receiveth." Do you see the rhythm? Ask, seek, knock, receive, mock, receive. That is not only a command, it is a pattern of movement. You have been asking, you have been seeking, you have been knocking. And now, because I am faithful, the door must answer, not forever, but now. My child, there are people who misread silence. They think silence means denial. But I tell you, sometimes silence means I'm standing so close to the door that the next moment will carry weight. The silence before the knock is not emptiness. It is pressure gathering before release. And I want to warn you gently, do not let impatience make you miss the form of your blessing. Do not let offense make you shut the door on what I send. Do not let old disappointment speak louder than the new arrival. Do not assume the surprise will look the way your pain expects, because what is coming may come as a knock, but it carries a miracle. What is coming may come as a person, but it carries my instruction. What is coming may seem modest, but it carries a change too big for your present frame. I speak to the heart that has prayed over empty spaces. I speak to the heart that has waited for financial change, for family peace, for a door to open, for a burden to lift, for a name to be remembered, for a promise to be seen through. I know the specifics. I know the hidden details. I know the prayer you never said out loud, because you were afraid even hope might embarrass you. I have not forgotten it. I have not lost it. I have not delayed it because I do not care. I have been making it ready. Isaiah 60,001:2 says, "Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, but the Lord shall arise upon thee." Hear that in the sound of your own life. Arise, shine. Your light is coming. My glory is rising over you. That is what surprise does when it is sent by me. It interrupts darkness. It refuses delay. It lifts your head. It puts light into rooms that have been too long without joy. My sunken-hearted one, my watcher of the dim hallway, my faithful soul who thought nothing would ever change. I am changing the atmosphere now. I am not only sending a surprise, I am sending evidence. Evidence that I saw you. Evidence that I heard you. Evidence that I am not finished. Evidence that the hours you surrendered to me were never wasted. And now I am intensifying the fire of this word. I see in the spirit a door with fingerprints all over it from you reaching, waiting, and checking again. I see that door beginning to glow with light from the other side. I see the surprise approaching like dawn approaching, a room that has known only night. I see your heart trying to guard itself, but joy is already standing at the threshold. I see in the spirit a sealed envelope placed gently on a table near your door. You have not opened it yet in your emotions, but heaven already knows its contents. It carries news that changes a number, a decision, a direction, a burden. It carries evidence that I can shift what was fixed. I see in the spirit a key being turned, not forced, not broken, turned. And when it turns, there is movement in what has been locked for too long. This is not only a door opening, it is a season unlocking. I see in the spirit a family member, a friend, or a pathway you had stopped expecting, suddenly appearing at the right time, carrying a word that sounds like mercy. And mercy is entering your house with authority. This is why you must watch the signs now. The first sign is urgency in your spirit without panic. The second sign is peace appearing where fear used to dominate. The third sign is a subtle sense that something is about to happen. The fourth sign is unexpected contact, unexpected openness, unexpected movement. The fifth sign is that old heaviness starts to lose its voice. But hear me, do not treat every delay as rejection. Some delays are resistance, some delays are setup, some delays are the final seconds before the door opens. Some delays are the stage where I teach your heart to recognize my knock. And now I speak to your warfare, because I know it has been fierce. The enemy wanted you to believe nobody was coming. He wanted you to believe you were on your own. He wanted you to believe your door would stay shut and your hope would stay small. He wanted you to miss the surprise by making you suspicious of all goodness. But I have other plans. I am the God who calls things that are not as though they were. I am the God who sends strength to the weary. I am the God who brings peace to the panicked. I am the God who enters rooms with one word and transforms what was choking you. Listen to this from Acts 12:7-11. And behold, the angel of the Lord came upon him, and a light shined in the prison, and his chains fell off from his hands. And he saith unto him, Gird thyself, and bind on thy sandals. And he went out and followed him. What happened there? An unexpected arrival, a sudden release, a door opening in a place built for confinement. That is a pattern for this title. What has held you will not hold you forever. What has confined you will not define you forever. What has looked impossible will not stay that way when I send the surprise. And yes, I am repeating it because your spirit needs to hear it until it becomes louder than your fear. The knock at your door is not ordinary. It is my answer arriving in motion. The surprise is already on the way, and it will change more than one thing. Only 3 minutes left, and the delay will not outrun me. Again, the knock at your door is not ordinary. It is my answer arriving in motion. The surprise is already on the way, and it will change more than one thing. Only 3 minutes left, and the delay will not outrun me. And one more time, because I am sealing this line into your soul. The knock at your door is not ordinary. It is my answer arriving in motion. The surprise is already on the way, and it will change more than one thing. Only 3 minutes left, and the delay will not outrun me. My beloved, now I must speak of the deeper change hidden inside the surprise. Because this is not merely about what arrives at the door, it is about what arrives in you. You have been asking me for what is outside, but I am also changing what is inside. I am changing your expectation. I am changing your posture. I am changing the way you hear silence. I am changing the way you respond to delay. I am changing the way you recognize blessing when it comes wrapped in unfamiliar clothing. There are some surprises that heal the wound of being overlooked. There are some surprises that restore trust. There are some surprises that end a season of begging. There are some surprises that remind you I never needed your circumstances to agree before I blessed you. That is why I said in Jeremiah 29:11, For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Expected end, not expected ruin. Expected end, not expected ruin. Expected end, not expected loss. Expected end, not expected shame. Expected end, not expected abandonment. I have thought peace over you. I have thought restoration over you. I have thought completion over you. I have thought a future over you that the enemy cannot write off. So when the door is knocked on, receive the peace that comes with it. When the surprise arrives, do not panic as though you are unworthy of joy. When the change begins, do not call it too good to be real. I am the God who loves to outdo your grief. And now I bring you into the final rising of this word. My child of the closing hour, my daughter of sudden restoration, my son of the unexpected turn, my one who has been living between one breath and the next, I see you now with heaven's eyes. You are not the forgotten one. You are not the finished one. You are not the one left behind. You are the one I kept for this moment. I see in the spirit the door opening and light flooding the floorboards of your life. I see you stepping back in shock, your hand over your heart, because the thing you thought had to take months arrives in a way only I could arrange. I see tears falling, but this time they are not the tears of collapse. They are the tears of recognition. I see in the spirit a surprise carrying healing into a relationship that looked too far gone. I see conversation where there was tension. I see peace where there was suspicion. I see an unexpected softening. I see what was hard begin to bend. I see in the spirit provision arriving with your name on it. I see the pressure on your chest breaking when you realize the need you kept carrying is not bigger than my hand. I see a burden lifted because I am not only sending encouragement, I am sending change. I see in the spirit a future you were afraid to imagine because disappointment trained you to stay small. But now I am stretching your vision. The surprise at the door is only the first taste. There is more behind it. There is more beyond it. There is a chain reaction beginning now. This is why I tell you to stand still and know that I am God, and to stand ready because I move in the exact second your soul thought nothing would happen. Do you hear me? I am not merely near. I am not merely aware. I am at the door of your breakthrough. I am at the door of your peace. I am at the door of your answer. I am at the door of your surprise. And when I arrive, nothing remains ordinary. No more calling yourself late when I have called you chosen. No more calling yourself overlooked when I have written your address into mercy. No more calling yourself too tired to expect joy. No more expecting the worst from every footstep. There is a knock coming that will teach your spirit how to celebrate before it can explain. There is a knock coming that will break the posture of defeat. There is a knock coming that will make you weep because you realize, I heard the prayer you thought disappeared into the ceiling. And I am saying this with holy fire and fatherly tenderness. I did not bring you to this title by accident. I did not let you read only 3 minutes left by chance. I did not allow your eyes to land on someone is coming to your door as a coincidence. I placed that word in your path because I wanted your heart ready for my timing. The surprise is not late. The surprise is not lost. The surprise is not imaginary. The surprise is moving. And now, in the last rising of this message, let your spirit hear the thunder beneath my softness. I am the God who steps into the last 3 minutes and turns them into the beginning of a new world. I am the God who uses the door you feared to become the doorway of deliverance. I am the God who sends a surprise so precise that it makes your enemies silent and your heart lift again. My child, look again at the door of your life. Look again at the silence. Look again at the place where you almost stopped waiting, because the very threshold that looked empty is about to become the place of evidence. And the evidence will say, he saw me, he heard me, he remembered me, he changed everything. So breathe because the atmosphere is shifting. Breathe because the silence is thinning. Breathe because the footsteps are near. Breathe, because my surprise is not a rumor, it is a release. I am sending the kind of change that makes you sit down before you can stand and speak. I am sending the kind of surprise that redefines the rest of your year. I am sending the kind of visitation that makes you know I was never absent, only preparing the moment. And this is my final word over you in this hour. The door you feared was too quiet is about to become the door where my surprise enters, and the life you thought was almost over is about to change in a way that will make your tears become testimony for weeks. My beloved, you were not brought here by accident. I have spoken, and what I said is already moving toward you. Do not let doubt steal this moment. Do not step away from what I am unfolding in your life. If you trust me, show it now. Press the like and stay connected to my voice. Subscribe and turn on the bell, because I am guiding you step by step, and I will not leave you in silence. What is coming to your door carries my hand on it, and what begins now will not end here. This is just the beginning.